Oh. All right. Bad lighting. I should probably turn that down, but you probably can't hear it. Um, let's jump in real quick. It's been a while. We're gonna start kicking these things over again. So let's talk about riots versus uprisings. Uh, what's the difference? As I see it, a riot is the beginnings of an uprising, right? Riots don't stay riots. So, Freddie Gray, Amadou Diallo, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, Michael Stewart, when I was a kid, who was killed in I want to say a Queens precinct, the 113, if I remember correctly. God, how long ago was that? So this has been a long time coming, but a change is gonna come, right? Uh, you have a right to assemble, right? You have a right to free speech, but you don't have a right to protest. I mean, not officially. It's not in like any of the amendments. But if I tell you, uh, you can go anywhere and do anything, that I don't have to enumerate in a list of things that you can't do, right? Because it tells you can do anything. I'm sorry, enumerate the things that you can do, because it says you can do anything. But I might want to amend that by saying, oh, well, you can go anywhere but this secured military facility and this secured political facility, like the Pentagon military facility secured and the White House political facility secured, right? But I I don't see how people are not seriously looking at what the people in power are telling you should do. This is what they're saying, as I see it. They're saying, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. We understand your right to protest. Oh, your leadership, we are there for you. But your ass had better be inside by 7, or we will sick the military on you. You know what that is? That is me telling you, baby, I love you. Oh man, you my girl. I dream about you all the time. No one is more important to me than you. But right now I'm gonna slide out here with this other chick and we're gonna do this thing. And I'm gonna see you when I see you. And you better not fucking get out of control about it or hot about it or the whole environment has gotten so ridiculous and so silly as to be beyond ridiculous and silly. I should probably cut that off. So, look, listen. You have a right to protest. If the cops get loose, you have a right to, but from what the founders say, you have a right to show them your displeasure by protesting and marching and raising your voice. If they prevent that, resist that, curb that, stop that, attack you for that, you don't have to go back to your house and, pray to, whatever wrestling god you like, or listen to whatever, ridiculous political figure that you voted for, who are now telling you that all this craziness is because foreign people are in your state causing trouble. But you're not telling me who these foreign people are. You didn't arrest any. It's always Antifa. But before this happened, why didn't you run after Antifa and snatch them up? Because they weren't a concern. In the 60s, what America did was tell you everybody was a communist. Dr. King was a communist. I'm about to say Michael Jackson. Malcolm X, was a communist. Che Guevara was a communist. I was actually thinking about, oh my goodness. Forgot his name. one of the first Latino labor leaders in California, out to Mexico, and when they were picking grapes, I'm sorry, Latinos. I like normally I'm good with names, but I might have been sipping a little bit. Where's my glass? It's way over there. Uh, my point is that you here are allowed to be unhappy with your leadership. The founders say you can get rid of your leadership. The British don't have that, right? They're a class-based system. So you move to Britain, oh, you're gonna have democracy up until about this level. After that, the queen or king or whoever has to make you a lord or whatever, and you rise up and maybe you can sit in a room with her and kiss her ring and genuflect and do all this nonsense. Psst, we're Americans. We don't fuck with that. We don't want kings. That's what you're not supposed to want. But all these people come here for the economics of the place, which is why we have this bad race system. There's so many people, and you want some darkness? I grew up in Brooklyn, New York. I was born in Brooklyn, New York. Grew up there for a good portion of my life. Then I moved to Queens, New York, maybe 5 miles away. Both of those places, one was slightly better. One was tree-lined streets and garages, and I had to mow the lawn. From the place I came from, which was, brownstones and no yard, it was a shift, right? I think people come here who don't care about the shift, right? So they come here from Russia, from communist China, and they want to be involved in our economics. And they're allowed, not just them, but other people, allowed to move into black communities and exploit us. So you have all these restaurants of people who don't eat our food, who don't go to our churches, who don't hang out with us, doing economic business in our place. And they're the first people to call the cops. They're the first people to call the cops. So it comes down to, how am I supposed to try and be a good American when my government is against me? And then it allows foreigners to come here, work for money, and then attack me. That, on top of the people who have a blood hatred of us for the last 500 years. When did Columbus get here? 1492, because he brought the first black person to America. So since 1492, and he brought a slave. So we've been at it since 1492, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's my count. My count is 600 years. Everybody keeps saying 4. And I don't understand their count. You can make me cry. Let's focus up and clean this up. I'm gonna wrap this up in the next 2 minutes. You have a right to protest. You have a right to assemble. And you have a right to be angry at your government and flip out with your slingshots, which is what I take when I go as an ex-cop. Woohoo! Because I believe in these tenets. You see what's going on. You see like 80% of the cops out there doing the gig, standing in the line, trying not to get you to break up stuff. But in these 80%, there's this 20% of guys who are punching women in the face at a rally. Young white women who, look, I used to tell people, just to piss people off when I lived in Brooklyn, Cobble Hill, you cats might remember me and my dog. Whenever some white person was totally shocked that they got treated like the minorities, I'd be like, congratulations, you're all niggers now. Not you, we're all niggas now, implying that they were like me. And they'd be like, yeah, but this is what happens. This is water, filthy water, running across the table. It soaks everything. This unheard of police brutality where you can kill a man while people watch and complain about it is not new. It's very reminiscent of what this place is. Made by racists so they can control you. So now it's not so much race as it is about stratospheres. The rich don't fight, they don't pay taxes, they don't have issues with the cops, but when something happens and it gets really bad and it threatens them, the first thing they're doing is, oh, I'm for you, let me donate $100,000, which is no money when you have 50 million. You know, it's the whole environment has gotten officially silly, and I don't think you have to take it. I don't. And I think you should think very seriously about how much of it you're going to take further, considering it's been going on for as long as it's been going on. Peace out. See you next time.